Meghan Markle and Prince Harry want to keep one foot in the door of royal life and come in and out as it suits them, a royal insider has claimed. When the Duke and Duchess of Sussex decided to take a step back from the royal family in 2020, they hinted at their desire to continue to help the Queen in some capacity. They said, "We intend to step back as senior members of the royal family and work to become financially independent while continuing to fully support Her Majesty the Queen." It's been reported that the monarch didn't want that to happen, and according to royal author Tom Quinn, the couple believe that when the Queen dies, Charles will allow them to come back and be part-time royals. He said, "That means they would have 6 months working royals and 6 months in the States or wherever, doing their own thing." I think Meghan and Harry are hoping that Charles, Harry's father after all, will be more of a modernizer and will say to them, "Okay, if you want to be part-time royals, that's fine." A royal insider told that this isn't the first time the suggestion has been made. The insider said, "These rumors have been floating around for a while, but have gathered pace recently, especially after Meghan and Harry opted to renew their lease on Frogmore Cottage. The growing belief is that they want to keep one foot in the fold for when it suits them, and that someday in the future, they'll be returning to England and royal life in one form or other, while also continuing to operate their business overseas in America. They want to be royals, but on their terms, including being based in America, getting full-time police security in the UK, and not doing as many day-to-day royal engagements, which may appear outrageous to some. However, it seems these hopes aren't hugely realistic, according to the insider, with Charles, William and Kate not approving of such a suggestion. The insider added, "Palace staff find it hard to believe that Meghan and Harry would even dare to suggest this. It is incredibly audacious that they think they'll be able to swan in and out of royal life on their own terms." Later this year, the Duke of Sussex, 37, will release a memoir that its publisher has described as intimate and heartfelt. According to Penguin Random House, Harry will share, for the very first time, the definitive account of the experiences, adventures, losses, and life lessons that have helped shape him. As such, the Telegraph's associate editor Camilla Tominey claims the project is a delicate one. The royal correspondent adds, "On one hand, Harry reserves the right to write up his life story in any way that he sees fit. It is interesting, and it's probably the strongest shot across the bows that we've had throughout the whole of the so-called Megxit saga, with this briefing that we were given some weeks ago suggesting that the Queen's lawyers would be poring over every line." She goes on to claim that such a briefing was a message to America to say, "Don't think you can just write anything that you like," as you said at Oprah Winfrey, without being challenged on it, without offering a right of reply. She adds that Harry would have to be very, very careful that the book is legally sound when it comes to being published. As such, this could change the way the book is written, she claims, as the title could be more tepid than we anticipated, but this is a feat that remains to be seen. However, she also notes that Penguin Random House signed the deal with the Duke for a tell-all piece, and will want to see something that follows such a brief delivered in the copy. As a result, she adds, it could make for uncomfortable reading for the royal family. Camilla goes on to add that the Platinum Jubilee hopes to celebrate the monarch and the royal family as a whole and bring with it a wave of popularity. She claims that if the Jubilee is as successful as the one in 2012, it could overshadow anything on the sidelines. However, she adds, the cynic in me would suggest that's overly optimistic, because if Prince Harry decides to drop a load of bombshells in his autobiography in autumn and they're legally safe, so he's able to publish them without too much of a pushback, and let's face it, he's party to extremely intimate details about the royals behind palace gates, then arguably the palace can't do much to stop him, and it's going to generate a huge amount of press coverage. She claims that the public could see the royal family craft a reply similar to the one seen in the aftermath of the Sussexes' Oprah Winfrey interview if Harry suddenly drops a load of grenades on Buckingham Palace. However, she adds that the Duke will be mindful of not causing too much upset to Granny, who turns 96 next month. She adds this is because the last few years for the monarch have been pretty tumultuous, including the loss of her beloved husband and the Sussexes' step away from the firm.